Satya, you ready?
Yes, Jahir.
Okay, all right. Okay, hi. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to APAN Medical Engineering Workshop Part 2 in conjunction with APAN52 Indonesia. So today is the last session for APAN meeting, and we'll have engineering workshop. And today I will co-chair this meeting with my friend Mr. Satya. So first of all, my name is Muhammad Zahir from University of Malaya Medical Center, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. I am an engineer. So this is my 10th year participation for APAN meeting so far, and I'm so glad to be given opportunity by TEMDEC and Kuriko to chair this last session for APAN Indonesia. So Satya, can you say a few words?
Yeah, good afternoon and good evening, my friends, colleagues. Sad to see everybody on the screen. We'd like to meet all of you in person. And I'm very happy to co-chair this session, a very important session for all our engineers. And maybe out of this, we'll learn so many things, the technical inputs from all our engineers based on the sessions. So we'll start the session.
Okay, thank you very much, Satya. I think probably we go one round of introduction to everyone. Can we start with Yoshiko?
She have
Okay, all right. Okay, we go to Kuriko. Yeah,
okay. So thank you, everyone. See you. Nice to see you again. So there was many sessions organized in this APAN medical working group, and it was fantastic. And in this session, also we would like to have good exchange. Thank you.
Thank you, Kuriko. Then can we get Shin? Say a few words.
No sound.
Oh, pardon me. Hello, this is Shen from TEMDEC. It's nice to meet you all, and I'm looking forward to learn something new from this session review. Thank you.
Thank you, Shin. Then can we get Shunta?
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. This is Shinta from TEMDEC. Nice to see you. Oh,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you, Shunta. Then can we get Yoshiko?
I'm sorry. I just working for prepare presentation in this session. So nice to see you again. Oh,
Thank
this
you.
is Yoshiko.
Okay, thank you, Yoshiko. Then can we have Mr. Kuswin, my old friend?
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Kuswin from Universitas Brawijaya Malang. Nice to see you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kuswin. Then can we have Mr. Gani?
Nice to see you all, especially for TEMDEC team for providing the opportunity and providing the technical support. Let's start the session. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gani. Then can we have Tunggul to say a few words?
Hi everyone, it's me again, Tunggul from the Brawijaya University, Malang. Nice to see you all. I hope we can enjoy this session. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tunggul. Can we have some introduction from Yanuarten? Oh, Mas Tenten, I guess calling him.
Yanuarten, Zahir. Assalamualaikum. Thank you very much. I am Yanuarten from the Faculty of Medicine, Public Health and Nursing, Universitas Gadjah Mada, Yogyakarta. The actual city where the 52nd APAN took place, Indonesia.
Thank you very much. Then we have Agung, Mr. Agung.
everyone. Nice to meet you all again. I'm engineering at Dental Faculty, Universitas Sumatera Utara. Saya Bahor, Mr. Zair in Malaysia. Thank you,
Okay.
Mr.
Okay, thank you. Then can we have Miss Yumi?
Yes, that's my name. And I'm a coordinator for this session and engineer working shop too. And nice to see you again. And I changed my back screen with the Tungo. It's the same word. It's not
Yeah,
nice.
it's the same one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should get one as well. Thank you. Then our old friend, Mr. Chiang, can you say a few words?
Hi, everybody. I'm so glad to join this session. Although I don't need to report, but this is the APAN meeting. I like to join from very beginning to the end. So I don't want to miss, I really did. I don't miss any part of the session. So just greeting to everyone. And after this one, I'm really looking forward to see you in person.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Chiang. Okay, so for this afternoon, we will have a session review, I think from all the chief engineer or part of them from from the organizer or moderator for the 5 session balance from 11 total medical session that we have throughout this week for APAN52. So I think this is a quite interesting session, even though I cannot join this morning because I got other meeting in my hospital for COVID cases. However, I hope that this afternoon, I think everyone can share whatever they experience based on whatever that will be presented by our friend. So without further ado, I would like to call for first presenter, which is Mr. Tunggul, to present about technical review for the dental session.
Okay. Good afternoon to everyone. Now I will present about the technical review for the dental session APAN42 that host in Yogyakarta. Actually, this is the hometown from Mr. Yan Warten as the Gajah Mada University belonging. This is the session outline. We have the dental telemedicine and APAN52. They will be held on the 5 August at the 9 a.m. in Indonesia time, organized by Dr. Aksa Syuhada. We are using the Zoom as connected methods, and then also stream. And in this meeting is chaired by Dr. Yosi Yohanita from University of Hasanuddin. This person is in the future, Dr. Asa told me that probably she will be the host of the dental session in the next program. And then me as a chief engineer, and then in the session, I put Mr. Agung as a chief engineer because actually in this meeting, in the first place, I can guarantee that I can join because I have to take care of my brother. But actually, until the session is over, I still waiting the ambulance to be ready, so I can still assist this session until over. And the connection institution is from the 6th university, from Airlangga, Brawijaya, Hasanuddin, Universitas Indonesia, Temdek QS University, and also from University of Sumatera Utara. Sorry, I don't put it in here. And then the speaker is from the Universitas Hasanuddin, Universitas Indonesia, Universitas Airlangga, and the University of QS University. This is topic about the mouth surgery. This is the session photo that I take. Usually in our meeting, the attendance is not so much, but in here because the topics are very interesting. Some institution invited their resident to join the meeting to study a lot about the presentation that we present in this meeting. So that's why so many participants joining in this meeting. This is some picture from the session. Here we see in this slide we can show that almost 185 participants joining. This is a connection test the day before the session, but actually only 6 participants joining. Not one is the presenter. Almost engineer and coordinator and the chair only that joining the connection test. This is a technical review from the session. Almost all institution is in a good condition, but only from the Airlangga University. The connection from Professor Chun is not good because he told me that he had a blackout electricity in his house, so he cannot join and disconnect in the middle of presentation. And then after the presentation from Dr. Takeshi, Prof. Chun is come back, but still cannot get the good internet connection. So unfortunately for this session, Professor Chun from Airlangga University not finished the presentation in this session. Sorry, I put the name, I don't edit it first. So we must use practice. Practice make perfect. That's why we need our presenter doesn't join on the connection test, so we cannot know what the problem, we cannot know the system. And then the PowerPoint until the day, I already confirmed with the presenter from the Hasanuddin because he still put patient face, not putting a mask. So we must notice again and again to all speaker about putting a mask or masking the eye of the patient. Airlangga University speaker having electricity blackout, so internet disconnected, cannot rejoin, but still not good, so cannot continue the presentation. Dr. Takeshi is late around 45 minutes, but he joining at the exact time because when Dr. Takeshi joining, Professor Chun have internet connection problem. So we can move on to the next session. The Professor Chun replaced by Dr. Takeshi for the presentation. But after Dr. Takeshi presentation over, Professor Chun still cannot continue the session directly. So we are directly move to the question and answer session. So in conclusion, in Indonesia, under COVID protocol, almost everyone work from home. So usually in the dental session, we are gathering with a lot of people, a lot of students and residents to watch the online meeting, but now they are joining from their home. So there are so many participants joining in this meeting. If I pull the record from the ID telemedicine team account, I can get the duration about 185 minutes and the total participant 322. So a lot of participants joining this, and maximum, sorry, this play I put here in 178, but in the first slide that I show you that it's around 185 joining also. So at the first place, I decided cannot join, do a task to escort my elder brother from hospital to his come home to home care, but luckily I can still assist the meeting until over. So in this session, I put Mr. Agung Laksana from the University of Sumatera Utara as co-chair engineer, and also I put Mr. Kuswindarto as a backup engineer for this session. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the presentation. Is there any comments or question from the floor?
Okay, Satya.
Yeah, Tungal, it's very good actually. See, even in pandemic also everybody managed very nicely. So I saw that there are 185 participants in the Zoom meeting. Do you allow everyone to join on the Zoom? Generally, we don't. We only allow the speakers to join, speakers and moderators, chairperson.
Yeah. I already asked the coordinator about the connection, and then he giving permission to all participants join directly. But to make sure the meeting is good condition and under control, so we put some security on the event that nobody cannot share screen and all participants cannot unmute themselves. So during the meeting, they only just listening without any ability to unmute themselves, without any ability to share screen. So we can keep the meeting in a good condition, because actually a lot of large meeting is usually conducted in Indonesia. That's why in my university, I already have 48 Zoom account, and one account with the large meeting consists about 1,000 participants. Because we are usually, Mr. Kuswin and me, very, very often to have a very large meeting around 800 participants, 900 participants in the seminar. So that's why we are using the Zoom security to make sure the meeting is good and under control by the host. Thank you.
Yeah, that is very important. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Satya, and also thank you, Tunggul. Is there any other comment or question?
Okay, Tunggul, first of all, thank you for supporting the dental session in your hard times, and I would like to thank Mr. Agun and Mr. Kusuin for supporting Tunggul. Thank you very much for the wonderful session. And Tunggul actually mentioned a good point. Practice makes perfect. Since a lot of people are getting familiar with the Zoom, they use it every day. It's hard to convince people that we really need to test before the session, and it's there are things that we can
they think that this is just daily meeting.
Yeah, it's different. So
yeah, actually
it's kind of hard
different.
to convince. So that's something that we have to think about in the future, from the near future.
Yes, correct.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shim, for the comment. Yeah, I also think it's the same actually, because now I think almost our doctors, our users are very, very, very familiar with Zoom. In fact, they have their own personal Zoom account. So
even my elementary school in my daughter using Zoom every day.
Yes.
Even kindergartens.
Yeah, my
using
children
Zoom
also using Zoom and also Google Meet. So very, very familiar, and they have a good coordination also.
Yes, correct.
So it's glad to hear that. I mean, your account can support up to 1,000. Is it a webinar account or?
No. Large meeting.
Wow.
We can't afford to buy the webinar. It's so expensive. So just we do purchase the large meeting, but 1,000 participants we can handle.
Okay, good.
You can use if you want, but if the Zoom is available, you can have it.
Okay, sure. Okay, is there any other comments or maybe last comment?
Sorry, may I have comment?
Okay.
No, question. Actually, you at the same time you use the YouTube streaming.
Yes, correct.
So, and actually the 300 of participants is almost the limitation of the Zoom account. So you had a choice to add YouTube link instead of joining Zoom. But how about this situation?
Yeah, it's correct. Usually, if we have 300 participants like that, but they join, come and go. That's why usually if participant listed around 300, in actual meeting, the concurrent participant maximally 220. They are around 65% until 70% is the concurrent, but the rest is the come and go the participant. Usually just like that. If we saw the report in the Zoom, sometimes they only connected 5 minutes, 2 minutes, but it's still connected as one participant.
Oh.
So on YouTube, how many joined? I saw that you gave it live on.
I don't monitoring the YouTube.
Okay.
Okay, I think because of time,
YouTube.
I think because of time, I think I'll get Satya to introduce for the second speaker.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Sajid. And I think, do we have Pramila Mohan from Shankar?
Instead of Pramila from Shankar Netralaya, I am here.
Yeah.
Pramila is not joined. She is not here.
Then we welcome Mr. Ibrahim Ghani, who is going to present on his session on ophthalmology again.
Yeah, thank you, Satya. Yeah, versus ophthalmology A session. This was yesterday. The local time was 9:30 a.m. and the duration was 90 minutes. The organizer is Dr. Sheila John. The topic was ocular genetics. We have connected through Zoom only. Used our own account, Shankar Netralaya account, and we are live streamed to YouTube as well. And we had 3 speakers yesterday from Aditya Jodh Hospital, Dr. Professor Natarajan from India. And the second one is from Global Eye Genetics Consortium, Dr. Takashi Iwata from Japan. And from Shankar Netralaya, Dr. Sheila Jha. These 3 speakers there yesterday. And these all are the few session photos. So for the view from YouTube, it is 63, and during the live, it was about 20 people were connected through the YouTube stream. Around 23 were there during the live, and later it come about 69 views. And direct Zoom link, around 7 institutions were connected. And all the streaming, audio, video, everything is good from all the connecting sites. From Shankar Netralaya site, everything was fine. In the last 10 minutes, there was some disturbance due to the low internet speed actually. Then it became okay. That was only one issue we faced throughout the session. Apart from that, there was no major issues. And we have enabled a live stream through YouTube. In the while enabling the live, we have some confusion, and at that time Shunta has helped me just to enable from Zoom itself. We need to click the custom streaming option so that we can easily connect through YouTube. And yeah. It is actually easy from Zoom to YouTube streaming and all. It is very easy. Everything was set earlier. So what I thought, once the timing start, immediately automatically the stream will start. But then later I realized that we have to click the go live. Then only it will start the streaming. That is the only one thing I made a mistake. And so far everyone is familiar with Zoom, so no need of any training or anything is required. So everything has got connected very easily without any instructions. So far everything is fine. Thank you to the entire TEMDEC team. See you again. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Ibrahim Ghani. It was nice. Before we move on to question answer session, I have one question first. So apart from your institute, I could see only 2 institutes joined. We have a few more institutes to join.
Yeah, actually we have planned around 7 institutes, but in the last moment, some of the institutes were not connected. We are not sure whether they are connected through the YouTube. Well, they are not directly connected through Zoom, but we had seen that about 23 users were joined. We are not sure about that. We have to confirm with them. But the expected connecting institute were about 9 to 10, but it was connected around 6 only.
I meant to say case presentations.
Case presentation.
Mm-hmm.
That is 3 only.
3 only.
Yeah.
That's what. Why we could not reach many institutes or?
No. It was actually splitted like ophthalmology A and ophthalmology B. That is the reason only 3 presenters we have organized.
Okay.
Otherwise, we could have organized more presenters.
Okay.
The ophthalmology session were splitted into 2 sessions actually.
Yeah, I saw that.
Ophthalmology B will maybe with 3-4 presenters will be there. That is the reason only 3 presenters this time.
Okay. Any more questions from our members? Yeah. If no more questions, maybe I'll ask Jahir to take it forward with next presentation. Unmute.
Okay. For next presenter is. Sorry, let me check. We should have then ophthalmology B. So quiz still not connected.
Yeah.
And for MIS also, I think Mr. Barofan also still not connected. So I think we go to telemedicine for fetal diagnosis. So I would like to call Ms. Yoshiko to give the technical review.
Okay, please, 1 minute.
Oh, so sorry.
I was preparing behind.
Should I present the ophthalmology B?
Yeah, if possible.
Okay.
Could you proceed?
Sorry about that. Okay, can we go for ophthalmology B technical review by Mr. Shin on behalf of Mr. Kui?
Okay, can you see the screen? All right.
Yes.
Okay. I will present in behalf of Mr. Kui because he's in a different meeting, emergent meeting. And this is a technical review for ophthalmology B session. And sorry, the session outline, it was yesterday on the 5th from 3:30 Indonesian time. And the topic was eye care changes in the pandemic, solutions in short term and further. And we used Zoom. And the chair was Dr. Kwong from VNIO. And the co-chair was Dr. Tuen from Hue Hospital. And the chief engineer was Mr. Kui. And 7 institutions, including TEMDEC, connected, and 2 countries in Vietnam and India. And these are the pictures of the connecting institutions. Okay, and this is a screenshot of the actual event. And some session photos from each institution. This is from 108, Mr. Kui's institution. And this is from VNIO, from the chair institution. This is Hue Central, the co-chair. And Daklak Eye Hospital. And about the connection test before the session, it was carried out at the end of July. And all centers connected, and it went smoothly. But some engineers had trouble sharing the screen, but Mr. Kui handled it. And the actual technical review for the session, Mr. Kui has mentioned it was good throughout the session, but there was actually some audio trouble from 108, but that's Mr. Kui's institution, so I think he did not recognize it. There was the audio level was low from the microphone that he had to prepare right before the session started from request from the doctor, and so he was not able to test it beforehand. Um, and there was a little static in the noise, but once we found the best balance between the audio level, it was better. The other sites were was good. And in conclusion, basically we had full support from the doctors and engineers of the all connecting institutions, and the engineers cooperated throughout the testing and the event. And like I mentioned, some engineers had trouble during the test, so Mr. Kui thought maybe there should be a little more practice within the telemedicine activities. That would be it.
Okay, thank you, Shin, for the presentation. Is there any comments or question for ophthalmology B session?
Yes, Satya?
Yeah, Shin, it was a nice presentation, really. I have one point. This mic level was low, which we don't notice generally, as you said. We can't notice that our mic level is low unless somebody informs us. So is there any way to find out whether my mic output is perfect? Because many people, they don't come out. In
Yes.
general, doctors we are having, generally they don't say.
Actually, I was the one to inform Mr. Kui by the chat function, Zoom. But at Temdeck, we monitor using a different connection to monitor the audio level. So that's a way.
Self-test. My mic I can't hear generally.
Yes.
So how do I know that mic levels are okay?
Like I said, it's always helpful for other institutions to inform you or to monitor yourself using a different connection.
Different connection, yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I think that's the only way lah. If you want to do set tests, you have to connect using different phone or different laptop.
Yeah.
Then only you can know how.
On Zoom, we have that self-test facility, but still, many times we miss. We are overconfident that my mic is good.
Yes, I think then need to check with other station also. Okay, any other comments or questions? Okay, if not, Satya, can you call for the fourth presenter?
Now we have one presenter left. Still, I think she's busy in. Rishiko, are you done?
Finally, I just done because I was working until last minute. Okay. So let me share. Let me report the. No. Can you see the slide?
Yes.
Okay. I do like to report about the telemedicine for fetal diagnosis session. It was held the previous session of this engineering workshop. So this is the program, the outline. This session was organized by the Japanese doctor, fetal diagnosis doctor, and then the participants from Japan and Taiwan, and then Los Angeles. Yeah, actually not so big. That's the sixth person join in this session. And then actually the Leo chief engineer is the lady from Taiwan, but due to communication error, I do the chief engineer task. And then, sorry. Then this is the program. Yeah. Then session itself held in Zoom, and then it works very smoothly. And then it's the topic about the tele-education for fetal diagnosis. The doctors present their experience of the tele-education, and then engineer also present the technical background of the remote seminar. Yeah, it was a very interesting topic for me too. And then about the preparation, yeah, due to the communication error, we don't have any test. We do the just final confirmation adjustment in the last 30 minutes. But yeah, thanks to Zoom system, we don't have no problem. The audio, video, screen sharing, network stability, all item was perfect. And then I checked the Zoom dashboard, and then yeah, the network type of each participant, and then 2 participants were using the wired cab network, but the most of them are using the Wi-Fi. I think this is maybe the same as other sessions. So problems in the preparation process, yeah, because I already mentioned about the communication error, but we try to make the program with the organizers, then our coordinator contact the organizer again, but because he was busy and he couldn't attend the medical working group meeting. So yeah, maybe we didn't have enough communication to understand how to make the program or yeah technical setup. Then since yeah this turned out to be a very last minute situation, so this time Temtech decided to step in to support the session. So we prepared the Zoom account, and then we set up the streaming for them. And then yeah, we found a difficulty in coordinating with the organizer, such as difficult doctors. Maybe we already discussed about it in the previous engineering workshop 1. And then also need to review the procedure for conducting session, how to communicate, how to explain, yeah, with the organizers. Yeah, that's a big issue. And then, so the day before the session, yeah, program is like that, like this. Oh, yeah, we know the organizers station, also some information, but still we couldn't open the program on Hoover due to the lack of the presenter's information. So, but Mr. Komatsu, our coordinator, got the presenter information from the organizer in last minute, and then so we need to open the information on Hoover for APAN official homepage. But Mr. Komatsu had only the name and the email information, not which institution or their title, yeah, or like that. So it was hard to put the information as a bio. But today, day of the session, finally, suddenly we get a perfect program. Yeah, because Hoover AI correct all the information like a title, presenter's title, affiliation, or their photo, face photo, the necessary information using the email address and then their name instead of us. So I'm so surprised how, Hoover is not only the hub of the online events, they had the AI collecting the information instead of coordinators. So yeah, we are working hard to make the medical working session succeed, but maybe near future we may not need to work so hard. AI can collect the information with few information, and then AI can test with each person. Automatically we may be able to help the APAN medical working sessions. It was a very interesting point for me. So conclusion is fetal diagnosis session was successfully held. But there are communication errors in the preparation process. So preparation procedure, should be reviewed in the view of the technical side, also administrative side. And then finally, AI helps, and maybe not the coordination, and the administrative and then technically coordination task. Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashiko. It was nice presentation. Any question answers?
I have one question. Thank you very much for your presentation. In my understanding, Fuba sent the bio request to all speakers registered, but I think AI is not working for this.
This morning, I'm not sure, but Mr. Komatsu didn't didn't send much information, but Liana, if after he contact to Liana, secretary of APAN, he received the complete information. So I'm not sure Huba or Liana such information from internet, or not sure. Do you know the procedure to make prepare for the biography of Huba?
There is email to the request for input photo or some name information to speakers, and but this is some blank, and some person can upload of some program, but the other is not uploaded by some members. So there's some differences of information, and we think it's a problem. But the system itself is, I think, the reply based from the speakers.
But I found that I checked the information, comparing the Huba information and then the presenter's slides. At one presenter was different information. So I think the presenter herself replied the, I can say, a request from Huba.
Yeah, the speaker input their bio.
No. Yeah, because the speaker information was different.
Between some sessions.
One speaker information was not correct, incorrect on Huba. So I think the presenter herself didn't feel that information instead of her, someone or the AI collect the information from the LinkedIn or such a database. Yeah, this is my
Okay.
my idea, but I mean,
Please
we need to check
system.
the information.
Thank you.
Satya, can I say something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for WOVA platform, I think this is my first time also using WOVA platform in this APAN 52. So I find it is quite interesting. However, I think most of the session for medical doesn't really go through WOVA. So it's good also to know if the AI really work. So I think as Yoshiko mentioned, I mean, it will simplify the organizer and also chief engineer task for collecting all this biography or biodata, all this thing. So I think we can explore more this platform maybe for the next APAN. Thank you.
May I speak?
Okay.
Yeah. And I noticed that Huba, you can only import the bio from the because we already, for example, for my case, I accept the invitation for join the technology session. So my email address, which I don't know who put that to the Huba, but I did receive the email, so I need to register to give my, no, I will provide my bio, and so I know the situation. In fact, before that, after our working group meeting, I registered myself to Huba with another email, but because you didn't know that, so you gave me this new one. So actually, in fact, this meeting, I have two accounts to join Huba. According to this, my experience, you have to using the email which we assign to you to log in to update your bio. For my cardiology session, all my speaker, because they are not, even I told them, you will receive an email, please upload your bio, but none of those doctors, they do that. I will say maybe they are too busy or didn't know how to do that. So they didn't update any of their bios. But in the end, because we also using the different, we didn't use the APAN provide a Zoom account. So we use our own Zoom meeting. So it's okay, we can carry on that one. I think the original idea, maybe they wanted to use, I think APAN would like to provide all the Zoom meeting room for every session. So, and our medical working group, we have so many resources, so that's why we didn't use that one. So in that case, makes them don't need really register or upload any bio. But I would say this is still a very good system. We should pay more time to cooperate with Huba now, maybe, because this can be used for many. I don't know how much we need to pay, but it can be used for next APAN. I believe we also use this Huba last APAN. I must honestly, I didn't pay much attention to that, and but there are many functions quite interesting. So let's possible, let's do some study and try to make the Huba can be work along with our medical working group. Thank you.
I think maybe we should ask someone to present on this, because most of us are not very familiar with this. We don't.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. If we can know, maybe someone from Indonesia, Tunggu, maybe you can contact the organizer, how they cooperate with the Huba, and is there any way we can use this Huba? As you know, the Huba actually is working all the time. You can join not only this meeting, you can join the APNIC meeting. They also on the community, you can join some interesting meeting event. So I presume APAN secretary maybe have some, ask Yana, maybe they have some special agreement. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
please.
thank you. Thank you, Chian-san and Satya-san, for your good comment. And I am as a program committee, the APAN decided to use Hoover for the totally online congress in some future, including some future activities. They think they compare some system and researches and finally decided to use Hoover from the last time. And APAN Secretariat, Liana, is in charge of inputting Hoover. So I think she's very good knowledge about this. And also Yoshiko contacted to Hoover and we just try to use, and it's very complicated and yeah, it's difficult to contract, but I thought, according to Yoshiko's presentation, I thought that if some speaker's information is recorded in same Hoover platform, and if we can refer to some members' information from that same platform, it's very easy to manage it.
Okay, I have one question for Yoshika regarding the session. In your conclusion, you said less preparation, we need more preparation. What does it mean exactly? Preparation.
Yeah, I get it. The to prepare for example, to fill the program, to make the program, we other how can I say, yeah, in at the early the beginning, we received the program from the organizer, but still not completed one. So our coordinator asked the questions to fill all the form.
Yeah, got it.
But this communication is very hard because the doctor is too busy, and then we also had the unique procedure, and then it's hard to make the doctors, organizers, to understand all steps. So maybe we can simplify the form or explanation to organizer. Also, these days the doctor itself connect to the Zoom, the teleconference system, without engineer. So the test connection style, test style, or confirmation style may need to I can say renew for busy participants. Do you understand? If does someone explain more?
Yeah,
please add explanation.
Yeah, may I say something more about this fetal session? In fact, I must congratulate the Hukabet. You did a wonderful job, because I know you got this mission only 1 day before before the mission starts. And you did a good job, I must.
That's a thanks to you.
No,
your communication.
Because no, actually, I must explain why. Actually, a few days ago, Kumaso asked me, so can I communicate with our friends in Taiwan, Taiji clinic, because their engineering seems no response at all. So of course, I know them. In fact, this clinic and this team and our fetal session team, they joined APAN many times since APAN47, in Dalian. They already joined many times. So I was surprised. Seems they seems not familiar with this our medical working group scenario to what we do that. So anyway, I made contact with them, and I find okay, someone just put this engineer, Pauline Ling, her name on the program. And so every message goes to her because we think engineering, chief engineer, we think she's chief engineer. In fact, not. She didn't realize she was appointed. So she was also very frightened because her English is not good enough. So she asked me, and we even talk with her. I teach her to talk with her boss because she afraid that maybe her boss will complain. So I give them one way. I give them a solution. Ask TEMDEC support the activity, and also for the program. I know that should be organized by the Kawataki. That's our Japanese doctor. They should. Maybe you can contact with him more because you are local people, so you can communicate to get more information. I noticed not everyone from that previous session, the speaker, they input their bio, at least from Taiwan and from United States. We put some photo there, but they didn't upload their own. So I think maybe sometime we need to get some kind of a little bit higher authority, which is someone from TEMDEC or from medical working group. We can override their role. So sometimes we just help them to upload their bio if we can find it. I don't think this time we have AI to do that, but we still someone do that. And if we can find someone and to do this administration work, then this system can work. But anyway, we manage it, and we believe that TEMDEC and our medical working group, our partner, is great. We can do it within 24 hours. We can finish our job. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chiak. I think Zahir, I think we should move forward. We have MIS, I think.
Okay, so, thank you, Satya. So then we have a fifth presenter for MIS session technical review. I would like to call Kuriko-san to present on behalf of Mr. Birapon. Okay.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. We today we had the MIS session, and I just get to this presentation, and I will make presentation. And Dr. Tawachai is the organizers usually this MIS session. And the connecting institution is like this: 3 professors from Mahidol University, Cedar Hospital, and 1 professor joined from US, New Jersey, and the Prince of Songkla Universities and the Rajability Hospital. And the schedule is like this. We had 5 presentations, and every presentation had showing the surgical movie. And unfortunately, there is no screenshot in this PowerPoint. And I'd like to show the surgery movie because it was really nice quality. And some doctor mentioned about the video quality. They surprised that the Zoom have good quality. And this is CT image and some screenshot. Dr. Ansak from US and Bajira Hospital and Professor Tawachai.
Professor Tawachai.
Yeah. And TEMDEC is also connected. Yes, Dr. Taiki Moriyama joined. And NCI, National Cancer Institute of Thailand, is also joined. And they prepare test on 2nd August, the week of APAN. And we also feel hard to tell you they needed to prepare live streaming. And we tried, our coordinator tried to tell you, chief engineer, but they don't understand very well. And finally, on the final test, we talked to him directly. Then they prepare soon. So in the actual session, they could prepare a good live streaming using the Mahidol University server. Let me show the server itself. So they have good infrastructure for the streaming services. And now the session is end. So no replay video is here. And there is upcoming event. And if we click this, and there is some other event streaming page will be shown. And there is video on demand, and there is some indexing and automatically translated. And there is a link for events. And if we click, and we could see the movie if it is ready. And there is some comment function. I envy the infrastructure. And this is the connection test result. So all sites have no problem. And they have 3 staff, a Viraphone and 2 engineers. So that's all presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Kuriko, for the nice presentation. So it's very interesting to see MI session. I mean, the quality of image that transmit through, the Zoom system. So I think all session that we have now is using Zoom, right? For APAN52.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. MIS was used H323.
Yes, they used H323 before. I know they are very strong supporter for H323 since the last APAN, but now they changed to Zoom system. It's quite interesting to see that. Is there any comments or question from the rest? Okay, I think if not, thank you, Kuriko, for the interesting presentation. Okay, so the last session for today, we have a very special session. It will be handled by our friend, Mr. Satya. So I also wonder how this special session will be. So without further ado, I would like to pass to Satya to handle the special session.
Yeah, thank you, Jahir, and thank you, Kuriko-san and Temdec team for this opportunity. Actually, we had a discussion. We had some time so that we can spend some time with our technicians, technical engineers, telemedicine engineers, and exchange our knowledge. This is only to have some fun as well as to exchange some views. Since it is not a physical meeting, it is difficult to organize online such programs. So I created something. Maybe I don't know how many will be liking it, but any issue. But I sincerely request everyone to apologize me if I disappoint someone. But it's only to have an interactive session. But I really am saying I'm very disappointed by the attendance of our engineers. I expected more engineers. But now the group what we have now, they are very strong technically. So there is no meaning in presenting me this session now. So I expected all the junior engineers to be present here so that we can exchange some technical information from the seniors to the juniors, and juniors also may be knowing something. But anyhow, I prepared something, then I'll share in a shorter version, finish it fast, not like the usual one. Yeah, hope you can see my slides.
Yes.
Yeah, this is it's like a group discussion. I want it's like a group discussion only, but we'll take some time on each slide so that that interaction gives us more updates. So it's basically an interactive session. I want all of you to be with me and discuss on the topic what I am going to ask on this. And I have some disclosures here because you must be wondering what disclosures in this. The first one is need answers from all of you only. I don't give any answers because I may not be knowing also. So this is out of that we'll choose. And before I move on to this, I want to Mr. Shin and Shunta to lead this and to come to one conclusion about the answers, the best answer. Is that okay, Mr. Shin and Shunta?
Okay.
Yeah, I think you have to be more focused on the question and the answers and the discussion. And the second one is my chairperson. Like now, now Shinta and Mr. Shin are going to my chairperson, and they'll choose the appropriate correct answer. So every answer may be correct because the type of questions what I am going to ask will have 2-3 correct answers, but the appropriate correct answer will be suggested by the senior people, the more technical people. And
What if me and Shinta do not agree about the correct answer?
Then come out with the correct answer. Then that is your responsibility to give the correct answer.
Then Kuriko need to come in to settle with you.
Yeah, then Kuriko.
No.
These most of the questions are based on our experience of day-to-day activity, what we are doing. But with simple, very few, not many I have because I wanted to cut down the time to have more discussions. And all these activities only to learn more from our friends because I know few things. Shin knows many things, Shunta knows many things, Jahir knows things, Tungal knows. So it is all, we all should sit on one platform and to exchange the knowledge. So this is when we have discussions only, we'll get the knowledge sharing from each other. That is the basic concept of this program actually. And the final one is for some of the questions even I may not be able to answer. Okay, so you have to excuse me on this. So before I move, these are the disclosures I gave, and this is the first question. And this answer already we got it based on this technical review session. Out of all available softwares, apps, and platforms, which one you suggest to be the best for doing a live workshop or any interactive sessions? And it's why. So first, anyone can come.
I can say Zoom.
Yeah, Ibrahim says Zoom.
Because it is familiar with everyone nowadays, even school children and for colleges. Now everybody using Zoom for online classes and like this meetings and all. So it is very easy to organize. And actually for our office, we are using Google Meet. We have a complete license for Google Meet.
Okay.
Because it is integrated with our email services. So for us, official purpose, we are using Google Meet for some reason. Okay. For this kind of meetings and all, I prefer Zoom.
Why? Why can't you use Google Meet only?
It is Google Meet also familiar, but comparing with Zoom, it is very, very easy actually. Easy for everyone.
Okay. Jahir?
Okay.
And streaming with YouTube also, I don't know why Google Meet is not directly connected with YouTube for streaming and all.
Yes.
From Zoom, there is a single click to enable streaming. No need of doing any settings or configuring many things and all. Just a matter of single click. Your live is enabled from YouTube. So that is also another reason.
Any other inputs from anyone?
Okay, for my case, for my institution, I think we use most Google Meet as a primary, what I call meeting platform. Because I think our organization email, I think same with Gani, we use Google application, Google Apps for education. So because it's quite easy to arrange a meeting because it's integrated with a Google Calendar. So anyone just can in our organization just click and host and also can join. And for Zoom also, we use quite a lot basically, but usually we use that for official meeting because Zoom we have a recording, and sometimes also we can convert into webinar, and you can link to like YouTube streaming or those things. So it's very easy to set up any ad hoc or maybe short notice webinar or seminar. So it's very helpful by having these two. Other than that, also we have a live-size video conferencing, but after comparing the what I call the features and also the quality of the images, quality of the image sharpness is better with live-size. However, the image movement, the frame rate is not good. So that's why we use most Zoom for our official telemedicine. And I think based on presentation on the technology session from our own doctors, Dr. Lukman last time. So actually we embed this Google Meet and also Zoom meeting into our telemedicine platform. So it used as a primary communication for doctor to do the teleconference. It's all my comment, Satya.
Very detailed, very detailed. Nice.
And the recording feature also inbuilt with Zoom.
Yes, yes.
In Google Meet, recording feature is there. That is only for enterprise license.
Yes.
Not for all the licenses.
Any other comments from anyone? Tungal, you go with that?
Actually, I don't have much experience on even the Google Meet. Yeah. Yeah. since expansion of the COVID-19, we use only the Zoom. Yeah, almost Zoom. WebEx as a few experience with WebEx, and then some trial or Google Meet, go to meeting or some. But the actual real meeting and the workshop and then congress, online congress, all held more 99% is Zoom. So I don't have much good information.
Okay.
And thank you for very good your comment about the Google Meet user friendly.
Yeah, for my perception, as I mentioned in my presentation in the first engineering workshop, from the so many online meeting software, the Zoom is the best solution for us for the simplicity, high quality, and then lowest bandwidth usage. And even in the poor bandwidth condition, even we cannot see the video, or probably the video is very sluggish, but the audio still we can hear with clearly. That's why we always we choose the Zoom just like that. And as I mentioned before, thank you for Chiang San who poisoned me with the Zoom.
Yes. I must thank Chiang San who introduced Zoom using to our technology session. So it's really helped in terms of our day-to-day engineer, engineer work.
We can call Chiang sir father of Zoom.
No. Actually, may I say something? You know, in fact, here in Taiwan, and I think around 40% request for the webinar, to me, they say we are not allowed to use Zoom. You know any why? Because last year, remember when the Zoom is blooming very fast, they also have some security
Security issue, yes.
Yeah. And our government so issue order say we advise you don't use Zoom, and so this information push out. So many people have this impression. So even now after the years, almost 1.5 years, and many people say, oh, are we allowed to use Zoom? I say Zoom is a very good one. Anyway, if they still hesitate to use Zoom, then I have to I need a backup plan. Of course, there are two backup plans which I will use most. First one is WebEx. WebEx we also have. I also practice how to use that. And then the other one actually is life size. Probably you know that at the last ATS, I do use the fully use the life size. In fact, I feel life size is also very good and very easy to use. Also, you can easily connect with your H323 because most of us, we do have a H323 in our office. So also the quality, the life size quality can mark up very high. So very high resolution. Actually, that's the good side for the life size. But it's not free. You have to pay.
Yeah, so the price is so high.
And also, my concern for if you ask me what's the best software you use, sometimes I will ask the people request me to support their. I say all the participants, which software they most familiar with. If they answer, they answer, oh, Zoom, then you don't worry about that meeting because everybody knows that. But if from our side, Taiwan sometimes, oh, can we use such a software? Some even local made, we have Taiwan software. And if you raise this question to our Japanese friends, hey, can we use that? If people their response, huh? What's that? Then my mind immediately stop. Don't go that because people without any experience use that, it can go wrong. So the best way, best solution, best software is everybody familiar with that. I think from now on, Zoom seems the best choice, really. If you ask people how many percentages you use Zoom compared with other software, Zoom definitely is the one. Except Taiwan, maybe I still facing tomorrow. I'm going to use the WebEx. Okay, thank you. That's my comment.
And just now move on to Mr. Shin and Shunta. We'll hear from them, the masters.
Yeah, the masters.
Oh, so then that would be Master Shunta.
Okay, so this is actually the all guys had enough discussion. So I have very few things to mention, but first, actually, same in Taiwan, some of the Japanese government and the company cannot use the Zoom system. So that sometimes we use as a system like Microsoft Teams or Cisco WebEx. And another thing is some of system like Google Meet use the work in a web browser, and it is useful because participants need not to install some application or something like that. Actually, Zoom also work on web browser, but actually the quality and the stability is not so good. That's why sometimes the application in web browser can be good choice. And the third thing is, in these days, Temdec is having live endoscopy using this kind of web application. The desktop application, and Temdec have experience by Zoom and WebEx, so that these two software I prefer to use that. Okay, that's all from Shunta. And please think.
So to summarize everyone's opinions, I think Zoom is the best way to go. And I think I have a duty to add something. But I'm I'm lost of words. I had an idea, but it just missed me right now.
Okay.
Oh yes. I think Zoom has some bugs, some issues, but they're very quick to update their software. So and they continuously add new features. So I think that Zoom is catching up with the real needs of the users. So Zoom is number one for me, and I think that would be the correct answer. Satya?
Satya, may I ask you about a little bit?
Yeah, please.
Why you don't put video on your question? You're not fair. Usually we are using video, but in this question, you don't put any video over there. Video desktop.
The WebEx, no WebEx icon.
No. The video, because we are using the video before the Zoom, before the event. We are always using video, Temdeck video. And how about the video in Temdeck in future?
There are so many apps. The screen completely fills. So we only selected few just to have an idea what I'm asking.
And may I have a question? How about the video in Temdeck? Is it shutting down or still on operation?
In video, as per my knowledge, still we have the problem with the playing videos.
Can I answer about how running video in Temdeck? Yeah, actually, we reduce the line and keep video server in 15 sites. Probably we had over 14 sites server of video was around, but actually after COVID-19 and the Zoom go blooming, the videos and the other E323's past economical system of users, how many one users cost and
right.
yeah, 2 user twice and 3 user is 3 times, or yeah, this kind of past economical system was not quite reasonable for users and also organizers. So the cloud system and of Zoom was very economical, good and cheaper and yeah, difficult to keep. And but in some group need to have some special security and don't want to use the cloud, or they want to secret the meeting or something like that. They keep using our video system. Yeah. But yeah, we need to think about keeping video because it costs very high.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, and recently quality of Zoom was quite nice, and even the live demonstration can be done in Zoom. So yeah, thank you for your
Finally, everybody should.
Thank you, Rico, for the comment.
Yeah, everybody is liking Zoom, and in fact, COVID gave a kick-off start to Zoom. I can say that. So everybody is happy with the Zoom. So in that case, then we'll move on to my second discussion point.
I don't like Zoom. I like fly to Satya. I don't want a room.
Okay. Now, you see at a very primitive center to connect the audio video from an endoscopy or any other operation theater to Zoom system, what all you will be needing, and I would like someone to explain on the same.
Oh, I think Satya is most. I ever saw your studio over there. There are so many sophisticated devices in your office. Yeah, we need camera, we need video capture card, we need high bandwidth.
That is why you see here, it's a primitive center I asked. I didn't
Yes.
ask an advanced center.
For minimum system or high quality system?
They wanted to transmit a procedure on Zoom platform.
Yeah, if in this condition we are needing the one laptop, probably in the minimum system, one laptop, one external camera, so we can show the environment, and one capture card to capture the image from the probably the endoscopy from the radiologist, etc. And we can directly connect it to Zoom with a simple as that. You still muted, Satya.
Any other comments from anyone? Zahir, to give any idea to
okay, Zahir here. Okay, my answer is same with Tunggul. I think for minimum equipment to transmit from the primitive center, we need basically a good laptop. Yeah, maybe a big powerful laptop. Then video capture card and also a camera, a good camera to capture. And probably additional, we can put something like a switcher, HDMI switcher. At least we can switch between a camera and also the scope image. I think that's all from me.
I think we don't have any other participants to discuss more.
Generally, from here in our operation OT, we will be generally giving the microscope out to the computer using a capturing card.
Yeah.
Once we are captured the microscope output into the system, then you can stream into Zoom, right?
Yeah, it's not only microscope, but we're thinking that somebody wants to join us now. It's a very basic center. So basically, for showcasing any of the procedure, it's not only the endoscopy suite, any cardiac procedure, maybe the cath lab, they wanted to give a. So the basic things, what they will be requiring, that is what we are discussing. Microscope comes at a later stage. Once they are very familiar with the transmission system, then they can add on few more things to that.
Can I make some comment?
Yes, please. We need.
Yeah. The setup itself is, I agree with Tunggul and Zahir, but there's some request to some hospital to know how to live streaming from their hospital using their infrastructure. And after get some requests, I always feel very short information from organizers. Organizers said just please click this link or something like that, and they don't know how to. Yeah, they can prepare Zoom and the internet, but they don't know how to connect the endoscopy machine or some audio system, or very minimum is very easy, but they want to know. So I think some conference organizer need to explain more for the streamer.
That's true. So then we
Also, Satya, as the equipment or all the resources you have on your screen, that's a dream for most of us. But sometimes we have to face the reality. If we get a request and go somewhere, they don't have so many things. How do we do the demonstration, live demonstration? And I have some experience because there's a market. We especially now more lab they do purchase some device which for educational purpose they will link to different video sources including microscope. So all in one, and so they can switch from one another or picture in picture, picture by picture, and they record it. They can automatically record it just for educational purpose. And I noticed getting more and more, at least in Taiwan, sometimes I find, oh, if I go to the hospital, which is brand new to me, and you already have this kind of, you can say, the video mixture or whatever you call it. So then you just make your life easy. You just pull out the signal and log into your computer, and you can immediately start to share all the image to other part of the world. Doesn't have to be, using very fancy device. Makes it so easier compared with in the past year. If struggling with the DBTS, then you know how this can be easy. So that's so I was in the future. I expect in the future these kind of devices, which you already so we don't have to ask them to prepare, because for the doctor they have educational purpose. They or even just keep the medical record. They will purchase some device for their own. So we just find where it is and bring that out. I even rent once for last year. We have a big conference and we rent one from the company. So it still work. So you don't, which means you can save less people to operate on that, or else you have to many wire to link together. That makes your life very busy. Thank you. That's all.
Yeah. So the final comments from the masters again. Tahir, you have something to say?
Okay, I guess I'll go first this time. Go in order. I'm a little surprised that no one mentioned the internet.
You're right.
I think the network comes first. Without since endoscopy images is a little heavy, so you need about 2 mega to 4 mega, 6 mega BPS. So internet. Shunta, do you have anything to add? Since you are the master of endoscopy live demonstrations.
I think I have one of the good ones about this. Satya, can I have a content sharing, screen sharing? Actually, in these days, Temdec have a some kind of consultation from other medical institution to transmit the live demonstration. And I just draw one diagram like this. This is my answer. Other institutions already have a laptop with Zoom, microphone, speaker, and webcam, and also endoscopy unit. And we just suggest to purchase the HDMI USB converter. Just they can buy less than $200 US, so that they can transmit by the endoscopy image by Zoom.
No, you cannot transmit because no internet over there.
Yeah, it might be wireless connection, right?
Connected on Wi-Fi.
Maybe.
Yeah. Also, maybe with this diagram, Shunta already request to prepare the technical key person in the institution. So to the request of this kind of technical IT staff.
Yeah,
it's very important with network preparation.
Yes, I love to see all this. Thank you, Shunta, for having this diagram. It reminds me during DBTS, all this. Template prepare the diagram.
Can you share the image again? I have one question again. So this is for the one room. Like suppose somebody is having 2 rooms. Then what else we need to add to this?
Oh, just I ask them to buy 2 HDMI USB converter. 2. Just for that.
No, they wanted to have the transmission from 2 different rooms to switch over to one room to other room.
So I asked them to make these two set of this construction.
Okay.
And actually, I have a record to do that, to make two set of endoscopy transmission system at the same time, same institution.
Yeah, I have experience using the similar. Actually, it's from two hospital, and each hospital have three operating room. So totally five room, five operating room. And so during the whole day's demonstration, they go through one by one. I think the similar setup, and you just need to at the main venue, which is the largest conference room, which they watching the different demonstration. You need a very good control over there, so you can see, okay, room number 1, number 2, and hospital B, number 3, number 7, something like that. You need a director to do that. That's a big job. So you need a large team to support that one. And but it's an exciting one. I've been go through that one last year.
Yeah, this is very simple, and this is the perfect one what we are looking actually. So now
And sorry. If we have a live demonstration with parallel sites, maybe we for big event we want to check one site behind the one site connection, and another site we want the connection test just in case if they are on live. So if we connect the same Zoom, we cannot have a test. And we thought if it was a Zoom meeting, we can divide them to the breakout room and have the short check and come back again or something like that. If you have any experience about this, we are happy to know this. Okay, Satya, proceed.
You're still mute, Satya.
So this is my next question. Next.
Sorry, Satya.
How many questions? Yeah.
Yeah, because we are running out of time.
Yeah, this is the last one. Maybe
okay, good.
We'll not have further. Or we can close it. This is only our discussions. How would you like to share your final video? And
using the EasyCap
or any other platform? Would you like to share the video, or you would like to take it as a video input? Sharing, we have a Zoom, we have a share option. We can share the video. Video is playing on the desktop and you can share the screen. The other one is you take it as a video input, direct input. Which one do you prefer?
I prefer using as a camera input using the USB EasyCap. But if we are using our video as a webcam, the resolution is not so good. In other one, you can use from using the capture card and then using the application for the capture card that one, and share screen using the application that running for the capture card, to using the share screen to getting much higher high definition quality, much higher, rather than using the video as a webcam input.
Any other comment, Shanta?
Regarding this matter, Shintaro is the specialist.
Okay.
Since when? But I totally agree with Tungo's opinion. Yes, the quality differs when you choose the application or as a second camera or a video feed. So Tungo had the right answer. So I think that from now on you can call Tungo the master.
But we have different experience when you share the video as in share option. So video frame rate comes down. The video won't be very smooth. And when you give it as a video input to the system from your video mixer or whatever it is, and the quality is good, and we are not losing on the frame rate.
Yes, I do agree with you, Satya. This is what we had practiced here, especially when we have surgery video. So if we use content share, it will definitely those movement we can notice the loss of frame rate. So that's why we prefer to use from input camera, and we will using mixer basically to switch for the for the video presentation. It's like previously a Zoom, video room, and compared to normal Zoom, video client. So we also apply same to with Zoom system.
Yes. Final comments, Shin?
This this is totally different. I'm just a little curious. Satya, you asked what the best application was in the first question, and the second question and the third question is about Zoom. What would have happened if if we answered that, for example, Google Meet was the best?
Yes, actually, why we did a little survey during this pandemic. So all the doctors are only for Zoom. 85-95% of the doctors are with Zoom. The 10%, even we have like Google Meet we have, and Windows we have. Even we have the full license, but we are not using at our institute. We have full license for Windows. We are not using that. Google Meet we are not using that. Zoom. The same way other institutes also. So I have my background done for the Zoom. So even if you see today we have 5 sessions they presented, everybody on Zoom only. So based on that, I take it as granted that Zoom is going to be the option for everyone.
Thank you, Satya, for the informative comment.
We survey actually. We shared a link. Maybe sometime I can present that. We shared it with most of the doctors who are all actually participating in this. So everybody is for Zoom. They are comfortable with Zoom, attending doctors and presenting doctors also.
Wow, we have a special guest.
Yes.
Sang-kyun-san.
Sang-kyun-san.
Very, very special guest.
Nice to see.
Just appears
Nice
in our
to see
screen.
you. Long time
Actually,
no see.
yeah, actually, I just watching this session through the YouTube, and I tried to log in the Zoom several times, but my PC has some problems, so I just rebooted. So I just dropped by to say hello to everyone because it's been a while to see every guys. So yeah.
Yes, indeed.
So I just noticed that the session is almost over, so I just try to catch some opportunity to say hello to everyone.
I was asked to conclude, so I concluded.
Yeah.
I have another 2-3 questions, but keep it for next meeting.
Okay, so Satya, I think you can give a final closing remark for this session. I think it's already almost 50 minutes over time.
Yes, it's almost very sad. Always we feel sad to depart from each other, but it always comes to me only to give the closing remarks, which I don't like always.
Satya, who you decide the winners?
It's going to be Shin. You'll get your prize by
Okay, I'll be waiting for my car.
Yes, please. When we meet, definitely we'll get it to both the masters. We have to justify both the masters. So thank you very much. And I think we had a very wonderful session this afternoon. And I appreciate all the engineers who all participated. And I definitely feel disappointed for other engineers who did not join, who haven't joined. So it is only one platform to learn technical skills. And they missed, I think. I got very good update. And if you see today's session, technical session reviews, then as we mentioned, most of the engineers, they're all on Zoom. Everybody is on all, and I can say 100% today because we had 5 presentations and everybody was on Zoom. There are a few things what I could understand. It's the cost effective, easy to operate, and easy to teach also the others. If somebody is new on the Zoom, it's very simple for us to explain them how to use, how to share their presentation and other things. And now we overcome that issue. In earlier meetings, we all used to discuss only one thing: mute your audio. Now that point has gone now. So thanks to COVID-19 for making habituated to all of us to mute our audio immediately after we finish our discussions. And other thing is, if you notice today's presentations, the image qualities, everybody presented their session videos. The quality of the video is excellent. As Ms. Kuriko said, even the radiologists could see the blood vessels in the near kidney part. So those are very important for the radiologist to see the minute vessels. And this is which was very clear. Even in the screenshot, we can see that image is very clear. So we can imagine that the video quality is very good. And everybody got familiarized with the technology and no issues anywhere. Only the issue what we had was the net connection. Some people had poor net connections, which we can maybe improve. They can start off this before they start their session, which can help everyone to have a very wonderful session, which can make it so interesting. And I also suggest some of the presenters to include some fun into this, not to be very serious always, have some fun in between, so which encourages the engineers. So always we see audio in, video in, that camera is not coming, this sound is not coming, this mic is not working. So we are all bugged up with all these issues. So we should have some sessions like this where we can have the interactions. And finally, I say we all should meet very soon, very soon. So it's quite long for all of us. So, and I invite all of you to the Asia Telemedicine Symposium, which we are planning in November 26th and 27th. I request all of you to join and share your experiences during this session. And thank you very much.
Bye-bye, Satya. Thank you.
Thank you, Satya.
Thank you all.
I hope we had a good session today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Enjoy it very much. Okay, bye-bye.
Nice one. Thank you so
Be
much.
safe and be healthy. And see you again.
Stay healthy and don't forget to happy.
Yes. Be happy, be smiley always.
Okay. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye bye everyone. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. See you.
Bye.